My name is Ewa. I am a finance professional, and I work and live in Kent. The alternative medicine, it would be my my only last year discovery. The alternative therapies. I am getting into the mindfulness and into the meditation. I came across Alphamusic as well, and it came all it's quite unusual because I normally deal with the numbers on a daily basis. That's my life. It's purchase ledger, it's nominal ledger, it's all these accruals. But then I started to feel energy. I started to feel something between my hands. I've heard people talking about it before, but that was never for me. I never felt anything. But I started to feel energy circulating between my hands, so I followed the step. And I started to do the courses. I started Reiki 1, then Reiki 2. And this is how I got into this subject of alternative therapies. The energy which I can feel between my hands, I can feel it's channeling some kind of good vibrations, which would go through the chakras and perhaps help somebody else, somebody who might need to balance on energy. I mean, everything is energy. Let's just be honest, absolutely everything, every piece of material is the energy. Is the neutrons, is the electrons, is the protons circulating, and what I can feel, it's to putting them in the right order so that all our organs can work properly. And that's as well. I would have to say a little bit about Alphamusic. I feel that Alphamusic is influencing as well the energy of the brain, because this is what is happening between neurons, between synapses. That's the energy. So this is the influence, the energy through the earrings, through the ears, to the brain, and influencing the whole body. Reiki is my hobby, so I'm full-time finance professional, but I do it after work. I do it over the weekends. I practice with my neighbors. I practice with my friends, whoever needs help, really. You talk to people and you think maybe there is something you feel really that you really want to do because you like these people, and you really want to do something about it. It's like maybe I can try. Maybe I can channel something which we don't fully understand, but hopefully I can do it. What was very interesting, how everything is connected with the music, influence of the music on the body. I started my Reiki, usually we start with the crown chakra, from the head, so I put my hands around the head. And the moment the energy started to circulate from the head, my neighbor actually we had to stop the session because she's got a sharp pain in her toe. So we had a look on the website, what would it be, because at that time I didn't even have any idea what the reflexology is about. So what's happening, where the nerves are finishing at the toe, what is it, which organ is responsible? And apparently there was a head, and it was where my hands were. And then since then I thought, oh, this is fascinating. That energy works is just so amazing. So I started to dig a little bit more and more and more. And if I can put somebody in a like alpha state, just to influence this beautiful state, that somebody could even benefit more out of, to opening through all the channels so the energy can circulate. My friend just got a headache, and she felt a bit low. But I don't like to see her at this stage, because there's a lot of wonderful things we can do, like being neighbors. We can, we can just go for drinks. We can talk loudly. We help each other. So I felt really bad that to see her at this stage, and I thought, let's try something. Better to do something than nothing. So, and this is how it works, And there was a couple sessions we've done, and she felt better. She felt absolutely better, absolutely wonderful. that make me feel that I am making a difference, making a difference to people's lives, because feeling better means she can do something else. She actually took her daughter to the seaside afterwards, which normally when you have, the syndrome of the fatigue, you feel tired, you wouldn't do things like this. Yes, she did. She did, and she said, big thank you for that. I live in Sevenoaks, and I'm quite often visiting the health shop over there on the high street. And my friends actually pointed to me that the Alphamusic will be presented on a concert in Sevenoaks. There will be a concert recorded in Sevenoaks. So knowing that, we both went to Knoll Academy where it was recorded, and that is my starting with the Alphamusic. This is my first steps with the Alphamusic, and I felt like very grounded, very still, but also my spirit was very high up. That was absolutely amazing feeling. And she was almost in a, I think she was even more in a theta or gamma state, she was like almost sleeping there next to me. So I just had a look and I thought, great, I am in the right place. That was amazing. So the concert was just shortly, not long time ago, after the Paris bombing and the terrorist attack, unfortunate event. Perhaps the grounding atmosphere, you could feel something in the air. The people in a concert, the audience being asked to get the intention for the peace, to spread this around. And I think this all accumulated very much. You could actually feel it. And I bet this is what John can feel when he's producing his music, all this channeling, all this people's intention. There's much more to this music than just, it's not just a therapeutic music. The music brings something much more to it. Yes, that was my first experience which I had with Alphamusic. So afterwards, I got interested and I went on the website, purchased a couple downloads, and my next one was, my purchase was The Last Dragon, which I bought with the intention for my son, to help him with concentration, with the study, as using as a study aid. I end up as well using it myself. But the second one, I've got the chakras as well as the Reiki, would be the 7 chakras, the clearing the 7 chakras. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm using it all myself. So that, I came across this, but then later on, you kind of think people having a different days, people having a different problems, you come across different problems yourself. So I thought, perhaps I need more music. So I started to search more and more and more on the website. You can actually hear. You've got the little bits and pieces of music from the website. You can actually hear which one you like, which one might be good for you. So yes, I went and I've got now. I'm absolutely loving sound, silence of voice. It's not that my voice is good today, because I keep talking a lot, but Silence of voice, the communication, the expression of your true yourself. I find this fascinating. The music is so beautiful. And it's not just beautiful, but it puts you in this state. There was my next one, and there was a next, and there was a more. So I would recommend, if the money wouldn't be a problem, I would recommend all of those. Absolutely, all of them, which probably I know that will be up. There is an upcoming which would help to get the whole range, access to whole range of the CD, of the music, because the CDs probably, now we're moving on to apps, to downloads to apps. My son was going through the process of the exams for 11+, and I thought that would really help him by not even listening to this music, but playing in the background. Especially the last couple bits of the Alphamusic of John Levine. It was for him something would enhance his concentration. I could see that he's been sitting and actually doing his homework, which was very difficult to get him to do it before. Like every little boy, he would be interested in everything else, but doing the homework. But unfortunately, moving to secondary school, moving through the 11+ process, involved work. And to be able to work, to be able to concentrate, this is the hard work, and not everybody can do it. Especially when there's a lot of attractive computers around, iPads and iPhones, all this is very attracting, but not the homework. But I have to say, by listening to this music, I started to benefit. I started to listen to John's Alphamusic before my work. I noticed that I am getting concentrated. I noticed that I am getting more focused. I don't have a problem with speaking my ideas, with speaking up, with put my foot down. If there is anything I can change, it is coming really the true of me through this. After this, I do it every day. I listen to Lonely Dragon every day. The John's Alphamusic affected more at the end of the day me than my son. He likes it, but I love it. And when you've got professional life and when you have to keep up with all the numbers of all the deadlines, it is so important to be focused, not to lose your concentration, not to make the mistakes with the numbers, because they might have very bad consequences. So this is the important stuff which John's Alphamusic is helping with. As another tip, which I would like to recommend to people who go for interview, there's a lot of books about interview tips. There's one from me, one definite one, which I've been on an interview and I've been asked the question, which sort of techniques are you using at your professional life, at work, at the moment, to calm yourself down from stress and anxiety, obviously. So there's a question. And the questions like this, they repeat on the interview, they're coming, and there will be more of it because people get more stressed. And the companies, the big companies, they're looking for people who can easily deal with the stress. What's the most important for people is, for the employers, is to get the employees who actually are flexible and can quickly deal with the problems, get things sorted, and they could focus on moving on. And this question is regarding, this moving on. How quickly, and I really had that question, but thanks to John's Alphamusic, I knew how to answer it. So this is what you do. There is a lot of techniques which people would use, but also employers want to know if people are aware about this stuff. How do you react to stressful situation? What do? People making coffee, some people need to go out of the office a little bit just to relax. Some people just put headphones and they've got a couple minutes of relax. They are happy to step back and step up again and deal with the problems. So, and focus again. So I would, from this point of view, this is the new generation of the problems we're facing. People get stressed. People got lots of anxieties. Some people, this is all affecting, all connected. Some people's got IBS problems. This is insomnia. Insomnia is causing the tiredness the next day. But you have to just go and perform. You've got 8 hours of full performance. You can't just be tired. So listen a little bit of music makes you relaxed, but also makes you aware, makes your awareness working and makes your mind sharper. Your mind is becoming, fast, sharp, flexible, inventive, and that's what I need. I repeat it every single day. The Last Dragonfly, it's got couple tracks coming from the very loud ones, then slowing down and way more quiet at the end. But the first ones are I would say it's quite aggressive music. It's probably by recommendation for the youngsters, which they've got a completely different, they live in a different world. They live in the loud world, they live somewhere where things are happening, and fast, and that music reaches the level. And then slowly down, bit by bit, I think, brings John's alpha music brings them down to relax to the alpha state, where they can actually concentrate better and open to new ideas, to listen, to absorb. That's what they do need to do at school, to absorb more. When your mind is cluttered, there is no more you can absorb. Well, this is opening them to the new. I actually have to say I've got my favorite bits and pieces of the album. And I personally like to listen to this just from the middle. This is where I am meeting where I'm channeling with the energy. And yes, absolutely the last of it, the 7 months, and then the last harmony, I think the beats, these are absolutely outstanding. This is what I listen before my work day. Listening to The Last Dragonfly, and especially the very last bits of it, it makes me much better concentrated, makes me much better aware about what's going on. Sometimes in the morning you just go, you drive and you feel like a bit of zombie, because you didn't have a good night's sleep, or something happened, the child was crying, or the neighbors were noisy, or whatever, and you feel it's another day, like Monday morning. But now listen to this, listen to the last the last couple beats. It wakes me up, wakes me absolutely up, makes my mind much sharper, faster, responsive to what's happening. And I'm looking forward to what they can bring. This is amazing. I find it absolutely amazing. There is a big difference between relaxation or New Age music and John's alpha music. I would say they're not on the same, they in a different dimensions, these musics. John's music brings the intention with the music and brings, apart from the alpha state which you've been put on. And I don't want to go in the science here because it's a long conversation. But you know, the alpha state which the music, John's Alphamusic puts you in, affects all your body, and not only body, affects your spirit, affects your mind and body as well. So influences all the, like let's say, silence of heart would work, would influence your we've got the practitioners, I've heard from my friends as well, and practitioners who are actually dealing with heart problems. They're using this piece of music. And that would influence your heart beat, your circulation, it will regulate your heartbeat. And circulation means more oxygen in every single organ, so they all going to improve. So this is the self-healing process we're talking about. So that's why I find this fascinating. John's Alphamusic, it's just, I can't find the words to describe it. It's, you know, this is the future.